All right, guys, we have a major announcement coming from the feds on March 20th that is already scheduled. I'll give you the details here on that. Also, we have a very controversial statement by former President Donald Trump on cutting Medicare and Social Security benefits. As you can see here, Trump's campaign goes into damage control mode after he suggests cutting Medicare and Social Security benefits. But not everything is all as it seems, as a lot of the media reports kind of cut it short after what he said in his interview. I'll let you hear it right now, and you could be the judge of what he said. This comes as Social Security and Medicare are going to run out of money in just a few short years. As you can see here, this is from NPR, National Public Radio. Social Security is now expected to run short of cash, run out of money by 2033. This is now 9 years away. This comes after Congress did nothing again after this past year. Year after year goes by and they do nothing. This is the problem. And Medicare won't have enough money to pay full benefits in 2031. This is now only 7 years away. And year goes by and nothing happens. Congress does nothing. And this is the problem here. So take a listen here to what former President Donald Trump says, and you can let me know your thoughts.
One thing that I think that at least the perception is that there's not a whole lot of difference between what you think we should do with entitlements or non-discretionary spending and what President Biden is proposing. It's almost the third rail of politics. And we've got a 33, $34 trillion total debt built up, and very little we can do in terms of cutting spending. Discretionary is not going to help. Have you changed your outlook on how to handle entitlements, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, Mr. President? It seems like something has to be done, or else we're going to be stuck at 120% of debt to GDP forever.
So first of all, there is a lot you can do in terms of entitlements, in terms of cutting, and in terms of also the theft and the bad management of entitlements, tremendous bad management of entitlements. There's tremendous amounts of things and numbers of things you can do. So I don't, necessarily agree with the statement. I know that they're going to end up weakening Social Security because the country is weak. I mean, you take a look at outside of the stock market, what we're going through hell. People are going through hell. They have, and I believe the number is 50%. They say 32 and 33%. I believe we have a cumulative inflation of over 50%. That means people are, they have to make more than 50% more over a fairly short period of time to stay up. They've gotten routed. The middle class in our country has been routed. And the middle class largely built our country. And they have been treated very, very badly with policy. When I was president, I was doing a job. We were going to start to pay off debt.
So you can let me know your thoughts there on what he says about cuts. Now, there's really only a few options here with Social Security and Medicare. They're going to have to either make some cuts, raise the age to Social Security like they've done in the past, or they're going to have to raise taxes in various ways, raise taxes that are collected on Social Security, or raise the taxes that large income earners pay to Social Security, or else Social Security is going to run out of money. There's only a few options. You can let me know your thoughts here in the comments. And Congress and politicians and Americans have known this for years. This isn't even just the most recent thing, but yet nothing gets done about it. Remember when they raised the age of Social Security? This was years and years ago. They knew Social Security was running out of money even then. And that actually helped, make Social Security a little bit more solvent. Also, we got a major announcement and some major details coming here on March 20th. Wall Street braces for key inflation report. The February CPI report is the latest inflation print before the Fed's next policy decision on March 20th. This will be when the Fed Jerome Powell and the Feds give us their most recent, give us their next announcement on if they're going to raise interest rates, hold interest rates, or lower interest rates. And this will affect a lot of different things. This will affect your mortgage rates. This will affect your credit card interest rates. This will affect your personal loan interest rates. This will affect pretty much everything that has to do with interest rates, which pretty much affects everything, all Americans almost. This affects banks, this affects lending institutions, this affects businesses, and this comes with mortgage interest rates at a 20-plus year high. This comes with credit card interest rates at an all-time high, and this also comes with credit card debt in total in the United States at an all-time high cumulatively. So this comes at a serious turning point here for the United States, with our debt at really almost to a point where it's something's got to, turn, because people are at dire straits here. These interest rates are literally pummeling average everyday Americans in more ways than one. Credit card interest rates, car interest rates, home interest rates. People can't refinance. People can't sell their homes, because if they try to sell their homes, then they have to go buy another home, and then they're looking at 7.5% interest rates, 7% interest rates. If they have even mediocre credit, they're looking at 8% interest rates. They're literally stuck. They can't even sell their homes. The other problem is that if you even go to look for a home, homes are literally selling like that, even with the interest rates the way they are. This is going to create another problem, is that when interest rates actually start to go down, can you imagine the buyer feeding frenzy when interest rates actually start to go down? The home market in the United States is absolutely crazy. It's absolutely wild. And this is with 7% plus interest rates. Imagine when interest rates start to come down and actually get down to 6% or 5%. Remember, it was only a few years ago that we actually had interest rates at 3% or even lower for a small time, or for adjustable rates. Boy, those were the good old days, weren't they? But imagine what's going to happen when we start to actually, hopefully, right, start to get those lower interest rates again. It's going to be an absolute feeding frenzy out there. Homes are going to sell in a day, in hours. Homes are going to go for sale, and people are just going to buy them instantly, which is probably going to make homes prices go even higher than they are now. It's going to be wild. And this is kind of the problem. Is this euphoria? Is this a bubble? But the problem is that people are just dying to buy homes, but they can't, because of the interest rates, and they can't sell their homes because of the interest rate. Who wants to sell their home now if they have a 3%, 2%, 4% interest rate? Why would you sell your home now and lose that interest rate and move to a 7% interest rate that could add $1,000 or more to your mortgage? It's insanity. This is the problem for tens of millions of Americans. So there's so many people that want lower interest rates for multiple reasons, not even just for homes, for cars, for credit cards, for everything. And businesses too. Businesses can't borrow money. It's just, these interest rates are literally crushing the economy. So I'll keep you up to date here. This next interest rate decision is coming on March 20th, so I will keep you up to date. If you haven't yet, subscribe down below and make sure to like these videos. It helps out our channel. Click here to see National Guard troops being called in right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.